Why is it that the one season with the board are like, we want you to qualify for the Europa League, having done so every previous year pretty much, that's the year we start struggling. Or rather, more accurately, that's the year that everybody else decides to actually start being good. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Norwich City, bouncing back, and I hate this game sometimes. It's just very frustrating. We are in 9th place after 23 games played, 37 points. We're not even mathematically safe yet. That should be done relatively soon, you would hope, but we are 5 points off 7th. We are 6 points off 6th. We seem to have basically only ever been 5th, 6th or 7th. I'm not used to being this far down. And I'm definitely not used to being this far down. We've not even been that bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've not been amazing. It's been draw central at the moment, and they've been terrible. But not really ideal. Not really ideal at all. And I mean, our goal difference is 7. That's got to be the biggest problem, really. 22 last year. We're going to struggle to reach this kind of points tally once again. But anyway, it's been interesting since last time. Let's take a look. I mean, we've only lost once since previous episode. It's not been a disaster, but it's not been particularly good. We left off with the 1-0 win against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, and we followed that up by losing 1-0 at home to Sheffield United, which I'm not... they're quite good. They're in the Champions League places. They're having a good season. Should have won the game. They scored with their only shot on target. We were otherwise not spectacular, but... these things happen. We then beat Aston Villa 2-0. That was a good performance. And then we beat Southampton 1-0. That was a good performance as well. 2 very, very good wins. We then drew 1-1 with the Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup third round. Never a particularly good thing. Not a particularly good performance from anyone, really, on that occasion. But then a miracle happened. We beat Chelsea 5-2 in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. This is like really the only game all season where everything has just gone pretty much amazingly to plan. You can see there the amount of opportunities we had. I mean, we have this level of opportunities pretty much every game, but we just don't convert them. 5 converted today in this one. That was pretty fantastic, including a very late goal from Emi Buendia. We have conceded 2, so that's not ideal. We're going to be playing the second leg first of all today. I mean, I've already thrown away a 5-1 lead on the channel this year. Can we throw away a 5-2 lead against Chelsea? Entirely possible. I don't think away goals actually count in the Carabao Cup semi-final. In fact, let's just look at the rules. Second leg match rules: penalty shootout if scores a level after 90 minutes. Right, so it will go to penalties if it's a tie. It will not be away goals. So we've got a good chance there. But I don't feel confident with it because we are just 3 games in a row in the league. We have completely binned off a lead that we had in the closing stages. Against West Brom, it was a 2-2 draw. They took the lead. We equalised. We got a goal through Marcus Edwards. I was celebrating the win. They then got a free kick on the edge of the area, which Pascal Gross scored for an undeserved 2-2 draw. Great stuff. We beat Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup replay. Murray McCunny getting a hat-trick. Fantastic stuff. That was very good. He's pretty good. He is pretty good. I'd like him to be a bit quicker. His pace isn't amazing. I've tried training him that. He's not interested. But overall, he will be quite good, and he's kept his place in the side. He scored against Tottenham in the following league game. They, of course, then equalised in the 78th minute for an undeserved 1-1 draw. And then the worst one of all. At least it's not the worst result ever, because we did throw away a 2-0 lead against Crystal Palace and lose the game. This was just a draw against Everton. We were 2-0 up at half time. They did not have a single highlight at all for the entire game until the 86th minute when they decided to score, and then the 89th minute when they decided to equalise. It was not fun. My keyboard is lucky to still be functioning after that one. Very frustrating. We got immediate revenge though in the FA Cup fourth round, a 3-0 win there. That's what we need to do. We can score 3 goals. They can't come back from 3 goals. 2 goals, yes. 1 goal, yes. 3, no. So we will see what we can do. The major difference for this one, quite simply, is we brought James Tarkowski, last year's player of the season. We brought him back into the side in place of Ethan Ampadu. Now his pace and overall his physicals, but especially his pace, has gone down. Not ideal. He is declining. He is 33 years old. But the problem I have with Ethan Ampadu is that he's really bad. He's just really bad at defending. His heading is awful, And I was hoping it'd be fine because Chris Mepham's really good, but no, he's just rubbish. He's been awful this season. He's on a 6.87. He's been a complete liability, really. He is the problem. I've given him a chance. It's not working out. We talked about getting a new centre-back in. I mean, the options have dwindled massively. Adara Bioyo is not interested. John Stones is not interested anymore either, so I don't think we're going to be able to get anyone in. Swimming with possible options. I think it's something we're probably going to have to wait until the summer, and in which case it's going to be Tarkovsky and Ampadu competing to play alongside Mepham. Not Ben Gibson because he's injured. He's also agreed to join Rayo Vallecano on a free transfer because I'd rather not lose him on a free because we did have to pay £8 million for him. But he's been a solid option. He's helped us out throughout the years. He's declining massively. He's not particularly highly rated anymore, and I didn't want to give him a new contract. So bye Ben. We'll miss you. And of course the other semi-finalists between Wolves and Brighton have come out on top on penalties. So yeah, that's winnable if we can survive against Chelsea. Now, if the last 3 games have taught me anything, which I haven't already learnt multiple times over the preceding 5.5 seasons, which I really should have done by now, we needed an ultra defensive tactic to close out games. Very defensive, maybe. I mean, I think, yeah, why not? Very defensive. We're going to change all these up. Just no attacking whatsoever. Much lower tempo. Much shorter passing. We can't risk that one at all. We're not running anywhere. We just stay back. In fact, we play for set pieces. Just try and waste the clock down. We're getting quite good at set pieces. We sort of do that in waves. Keep it on a standard line. We'll use tighter marking. I don't want to get stuck in or anything like that, but we'll go with that just to sort of, and we'll move these guys to fullbacks on defend. Right, we'll put the entire defence on a more defensive duty. Maddison, you can go back to a support role. Both wingers will be on a support role as well. And then, I mean, yeah, potentially we could bring on another centre back as well. But I mean, that is defensive, right? That's to shut the shop down if we need to. We won't be going with that though. We will start off with this. It's been working really well, at least for the first part of games. It's the end where we like to throw them away. And the team for this one is going to be Dean Henderson, of course, in goal. Seems to be moderately settling down. Lewis, Mepham, Tarkovsky and Aarons is going to be the defence. Cook, Chowdhury and Maddison the midfield. Now, the wing situation has been complicated. Reece Nelson is injured. He's fit for tomorrow. He'll be back for the Man United game, but he won't be able for this one to play, really. So we're going to go with Dele Alli on the left-hand side. He's come in, he's done okay. He's not amazing, but he's done okay. Cantwell's not been particularly good. Buendia is going to be the right-hand side. And Murray McCunny is going to start up front because he's actually scored some goals recently, which is more than can be said for most of our other players. I mean, this is encouraging, isn't it? We're up against it, and we're considered rank outsiders. We have a 5-2 lead. We have a 5-2 lead, and the game is expecting us to lose. And why wouldn't they? We had a 2-0 lead against Everton with 4 minutes to go. We threw that away. So they only need 3 goals. 3 goals without reply, and it goes to penalties. 4 without reply, and they win. It's as simple as that. So no wonder the game's not confident. But we're locked in. I mean, maybe we should maybe be going a little bit more defensive because they're going to have to go and attack. But then that's going to leave space in behind. When sides do overcommit against us, then that does help. I mean, I expect you to come back from them. I didn't say come back from matches finalists. Pick up from where you left off last time. I mean, we'll go to the ultra defensive system if we're getting towards the end of the game to make sure we see it out. But I think for now we sort of stick to what we do and see if we can exploit them if they're going to be overcommitting. And I mean, we're coming forwards already, potentially working it out. I mean, if we can score, if we can get another goal, that just makes it much easier for us and much harder for them. Max Aarons down the right hand side, it cuts into Buendia. Can he put a cross in? He can. It's parried. Not particularly well, and the ball is cleared. 20 minutes. We've survived 20 minutes. An hour to go. If we can just keep it like this, they can score if they want. They can score 2 if they want. Just not 3, unless we score as well. It's not often that I want a game to have literally no highlights, but this will be one of them. But here's another one. Max Aarons, right-hand side. His crossing isn't actually very good. He goes short to Chowdhury, gets it back again, puts the ball in. That's quite a good cross. Dele Alli's header, though, is over. And that's half-time. It's 0-0. It's good. But the second half is the problem. That's where we throw things away. Well done. We're still leading on aggregate. Make sure that's still the case come full time. We'll go with that. They look motivated, inspired. I've told them, make sure we're still winning. And then, they've been told, as Chelsea immediately coming forwards, I'm obviously scarred. If you watch the Chelsea save that we did this year, are they going to score from this? Kulusevski, it's been well defended. It's still in play though. I think it's now stopped. That's good. Yeah, I mean, if you watch the Chelsea save we did this year, is we've just chucked the ball straight to them without any attempt to find a team. Max Aarons is awful at throw-ins. He's absolutely terrible at them. Probably should take him off, but there's not like there's anyone else better. Pulisic fires over. The Chelsea save this year, if you've not watched it, go and find the episode. It was in the first season, I think. We were 5-1 up against Lazio in the Champions League semi-final after the first leg. It was 0-0 at half-time in the second leg, and then in the second half, they scored 4 goals and went through on away goals. It was spectacularly terrible. I'm hopeful this is not going to be a repeat of that. 72 minutes in, and it is a thing. It is happening. Maddison's not having a particularly good game. We might take him off, although his set pieces have been of late quite good. Max Aarons makes a challenge that sort of stopped Pulisic, but not particularly well. We do, though, intercept Lewis Cook to Aarons. Are we going to look to break now, maybe? Aarons boots it forwards. It's been re-intercepted, though, by Chelsea. It's one of those false dawns again. Werner's found a bit of space. Can he find a shot? We're pressing him wide. It's a good save from Henderson. It's broken, though. But Kulusevski doesn't manage to get the shot away. We're able to clear it. A lot of players in the forward area is getting tired. We're taking Maddison off. Phillips is going to come on. Marcus Edwards is going to come on as well. And then Todd Cantwell. Do we bring Todd Cantwell on? He seems to usually be the problem. He's the one that causes the issues. But I think we're going to... Do we? I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Solanke's going to come on against his old club. Less than 10 minutes to go. They need 3 goals. It's not out of the question. It's not out of the question. If they score here, they've scored. Timo Werner, I mean, I felt he was a little bit offside there. It's 1-0. It's 5-3. Do we go to, what point do we go to the other system? Is it now? 2 defenders miss it. It's a good finish from Werner. Henderson is asleep at the switch. 5 minutes of normal time. They need what, 2 more goals? And it goes to penalties. The time's going, though. I've not made the switch. We don't need to make the switch. Chelsea 1, Norwich 0. Norwich win 5-3 on aggregate. Take that game. Take that, Chelsea. That's very satisfying. That is very satisfying indeed. I'm thrilled. We've done it. We've made the League Cup final against Brighton and Hove Albion. Not many people would have predicted a Carabao Cup final place for Norwich. So how good does this moment feel? Well, I mean, I'm very happy to stick it to you guys. You've been getting a lot of pressure from the media at the moment because we're not performing well, even though we actually are. It's just that other teams are doing well as well. So that's for you. Stick it. Right, lovely stuff. We've made the final. We're going to Wembley again, but this time it's actually for a final. We are in the League Cup final against Brighton and Hove Albion. When is that coming up? That's very nice. Very nice indeed. Of course, a route into Europe, although of course it's not actually a route into the Europa League. If we win and don't finish in the top 6, it will be Euro Cup 2 again, which might be enough to placate the board. I don't know. So the Carabao Cup final will be on the 1st of March. Very nice. That may well be what we come back to next time. In fact, it almost certainly will be. We've got Euro Cup 2, second knockout round coming up relatively soon. Don't know who we're going to play because obviously the first rounds have not happened. I'm assuming the draw's been made for that. Okay, that is the draw. So some potentially tricky sides. PSV in there. We've got Eintracht Frankfurt, RB Salzburg, of course. Schalke, who we had a bit of issues against in the group. I mean, it's interesting. You would back us to do well here. You would back us to do well. But anyway, while we're on the subject of the board, actually, I've been meaning to ask this. If the board are not happy, and I'm pretty sure we can placate them, we can persuade them to give us some more time. But if the board do at some point say, we want to fire you, what do you want to do? If you're watching this, if you haven't commented before, what do you want to do? Because the way I see it, if that happens, there are 3 main options. 1, we do the bad thing and we save scum and replay the game that we need to play to avoid getting sacked. 2, we create a new manager and reinstall ourselves as manager of Norwich. 3, we go to a new team and we just try and implement the same transfer philosophy just on a different side. We might be able to get a better team. One of the top 6 sides might even be interested in us because of our because of our performances with Norwich. Or option 4, we just end the save if that happens. I mean, what do you think? You're the people watching. So what do you think? If that were to happen, and I hope it won't, we'll do everything we can to avoid being sacked. But if that was to happen, what would your choice be to continue the save? Right then, Manchester United coming up. I'm not necessarily expecting to win, but this is going to be, it's a good opportunity for you to see the new stadium, the newly expanded Carrow Road. We have done quite well. I do think the building works maybe affected us a little bit. I'm not making excuses and sort of like, it's raining or that kind of thing, but genuinely, there kept being a question about it, saying, how do you feel about it? So clearly it is potentially a factor. Now the stadium is actually fully expanded and full every week, then it certainly seems to have helped. But we're going to go with the same team, although one change. Actually, Reece Nelson is back from injury. He comes in on the left-hand side. He's done relatively well. We'll see how well he does today. Safe to say our record against Man United isn't very good. Now, I don't normally do this, but we are going to put on an opposition instruction. Anthony Martial always scores against us, so we're going to mark him tightly. Always, we're going to absolutely kick the living daylights out of him, and we're going to force him onto his weaker foot as well. Will probably make no difference whatsoever, but at least it makes me feel a little bit better. Murray McCunny has got a gashed lower leg already, so we're targeting Martial, they're targeting our striker. I reckon he'll be alright. He can stay out there for a little bit, at least till half time. And that half time is coming up very rapidly. Nothing happening again. I mean, we do pick them. The games in between, whether we've won, whether we've drawn, whether we lost, they've been action packed. Chances all over the place. As soon as I start recording, it's just nothing at all. We got a highlight now. Mepham intercepts well there from the long ball forwards, and are we able to now work it nicely? You can see the corners filled in. Carrow Road, it is absolutely packed. Lovely to see. Max Aaron's right hand side cross is blocked by Marcus Rashford. Are we going to recover it? We are. Chowdhury running infield finds McCunny. He's got a poorly leg, but will hopefully be all right. Jamal Lewis finds Reece Nelson. No, not. And now Man United are breaking. There's Martial. We've closed him down. Mepham clears it away. I mean, maybe that's what the right thing to do. We've given it away again, though. Marcus Rashford is again involved. There's Martial, and there's his customary goal. He scored 9 this season. Really, it's probably all against us. I mean, we kind of brought that on ourselves, really, giving the ball away probably about 4 times in that manoeuvre, and then, we're trying to close him down, but not really. Dean Henderson is not a very good goalkeeper, by the way. He's not. His distribution is good. His ability to save the ball is, I would personally say, quite bad. What is that? Just kneels down. How lazy. Half time. It's a full house. It's not a full set of goals or performances. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen. It's not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. Right, it's not been a particularly good performance from any of the players, to be honest, as Man United have got a corner which we've managed to clear away just about. I'm gonna demand more. We're gonna make a change. McCunny's gonna come off whatever happens with this highlight. Greenwood's nearly scored. Solanke's gonna come on. Nelson's also playing quite badly, so Dele Alli can come on. And we might score from this, or alternatively they might score. Mepham with a good header. Maddison has been tackled though, and then Martial just sort of runs behind the defence and scores. That was great. What I like about this is the opposition instructions clearly having a great effect there. You can see there's Martial not being closed down, not being tackled, not being pressed, not being shown to his weaker foot. Nothing. None of the defenders even looking at him, despite the fact that he is their main goal threat and he always scores against us. What's the point? What is the point in anything? We are actually unbeaten at home since the expansion, but that's going to change today. We're attempting to come forwards though. That's quite good. Dele Alli. How is this going to result in a Man United goal? That's what I'm feeling right now. Buendia, Chowdhury, Solanke's found a bit of space, and see they can close people down. It's not been a good game. Chris Mepham has got a 6.7. He's our highest rated player because he's made 2 headers. No one else has done well at all, as Marcus Rashford scores a wonder goal, and I wonder why I even bother. Don't really want to watch it again, but I suppose it was quite good, so maybe we should. Can we have Marcus Rashford? Do you want him? Can we have him, please? He's quite good. I mean, again, XG wise, we're actually doing better than them. We've only had one fewer shot and one fewer shot on target, and yet they're winning 3-0. How is that fair? Oh wait, no, they're going to win 4-0. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. What are we even doing? James Tarkowski is on a 6.2, so good to see that was a good idea bringing him back in. Yep. It's not going to work really, is it? I mean, they're winning 4-0 now, and our XG is still better than them. How bad are our strikers? How bad are we at converting chances? We don't. It's like the Liverpool game all over again. We don't deserve to be losing this 4-0. We're down to 10th as well. We're down to 10th. It's awful. I mean, they don't deserve. They really don't deserve 5, do they? Come on, they don't deserve 5. Rashford. We should go to the other. We should play the defensive system, shouldn't we? I want to get a goal back. Solanke running through again. Last time he just let them tackle him. He's done it again. Brilliant. Well done. What a great signing he's been. Martial probably going to score again. No, Henderson remembers he can use his hands. He's actually a goalkeeper. You wouldn't know it from some of his attempts recently. Can we actually get a goal back? That would be good. A little bit of pride. Something. Marcus Edwards running through. That was awful. So there we are. You looked at the XG there, and you'd expect us to have won. We've lost 4-0. It feels a little bit unjustified. I'm not happy with the performance. I'm going to have to say that because some players were bad. Dean Henderson, you were absolutely terrible. I'm going to chuck the water bottle at you. You were so bad. It's unbelievable. But then really, everyone else was awful too. Madison was awful. Buendia was awful. Nelson was awful. McConaughey was awful. At least he has the excuse of being young. Tarkowski was terrible. Max Aarons was terrible. Everyone's getting told off pretty much. It was not good. So that was fantastic. The new stadium looks great though, doesn't it? That looks brilliant. All those people, more people than normal. They've paid to see that. That was great, really great. Chelsea beat Brighton 4-3 with a 95th minute winning. So it's not just us that loses in disappointing ways. But there we go. 10th place. I don't think the board are going to be happy with that, really. We've got 14 games left, and we're only 10 points behind Sheffield United, but we need to start winning soon. That was bad. Who are we playing next? It's Chelsea. Chelsea away. Great. Brilliant. At least after that, there are some more or less winnable games, I think. And of course, the ultimate sort of backdoor into the Europa League is to win Euro Cup 2. So it's fine. It is fine, but also it's not fine. It's not fine at all. Not fine at all. But we'll be back next time for the FA Carabao Cup final, even Carabao Cup final, and we'll play the FA Cup 5th round as well. Why not? Because we seem to just be awful in the league. Cups, we're fine. We're great in the cups. League, not so much. But there we go. That is going to be that for today. Thank you very much for watching. I guess make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe as well. And I'll see you next time. Maybe we can win something. Actually something physical. Like a game. That would be good.